Okay, so this is the slideshow for population lesson 1. I'll just run through the whole thing in one go because of course you can pause, rewind and stop the video at any point. You will need to put in today's date into your exercise books, the title, population key terms, and the learning objective, which is to be aware of and understand population key terms and how population has changed over time. The first thing that I want you to do, and you'll need to pause this, and I'll put the link on Doddle, is to watch this video. When you've watched the video, I want you to write down not just 3 facts from the video, but what you consider to be the 3 most interesting facts from the video. Okay, now that that's done, what I'd like you to do is just take a few moments to look at these 3 images. We've got a prehistoric or a caveman style image in the top left hand corner. We've got another image in the top right hand corner there showing some sort of farming going on, and then we've got an industrial image in the bottom right. And the question there being, how do you think population changed from picture to picture? Right. Now that you've had a think about that, what I would now like you to do is to write down the words that are on the next 3 slides. So to start off with, we've got hunter-gatherers, where the population remained stable, so it didn't go up too much, it didn't go down too much, as it was dangerous to hunt wild animals, food supplies were unreliable, many children would not survive to become adults. The next image shows farming, and this allowed food supplies to become more stable. The invention of tools allowed us to grow and harvest crops better, so starvation became less of a worry. More children would have been able to survive and be supported. The population would have increased, but increased slowly. The third image is of the Industrial Revolution. So as industry develops, the population grows rapidly as better technology evolved, so we could grow more crops with less effort. People were becoming wealthier, so more people survived due to better medicine. Now what I'd like you to do is to sketch out what you consider to be the growth of the population. So you will need to put this frame, draw this graph frame into your exercise book. The y-axis having the population in billions, the x-axis is time, and you need to draw in a line to show what you think has happened to the amount of people, the population, over time, given that the 3 images that we've just looked at. This area here would be the hunter-gatherer type area. Towards the middle we would have that farming area, and then here towards the end we should have the industrial type. Now that you've drawn in what you think, what you now need to do is to actually draw in what has actually happened. So we've got that. So we've got a line here which shows slow, steady increase. We get to about this point where it increases that little bit faster, and then we get to this point here where we get a very, very quick increase indeed. What I'd now like you to have a go at in one sentence, in one sentence, trying to describe the changes to the population. What you're going to have to do next, and I've provided you with a link for this, is you're going to have to go to this page. Okay, what you need to do with the link, either if you can click the link and it takes you straight through, then great, or copy the link and paste it into your address bar at the top of the internet service provider page thing. Please don't just copy and paste this, or please don't just copy this one in, because there's a different one for each of my Year 7 classes. The way that I'd like you to enter your name is for you to enter your surname first, comma, space, and then your first name. And what that will do then, I see at the other end of it, I get a spreadsheet and it'll have all of your attempts grouped together. Click on Start. There are 11 multiple choice questions. What we've got here is definitions of key terms and then key terms. And I'd like you to have a go at each of these. When you've had a go at each of them, you need to click on Submit. If you've scored 100%, excellent. What you then need to do is keep this page up and in your exercise books write down the key term, the correct key term and its definition. If you haven't got 100%, make a note of the ones that you know that you've got correct, because it will show you. And then at the bottom it won't say submit anymore, it will say something like back or exit. Click out and you'll be returned back then to this page where again you put your surname in and then your given name and then click start and then have another go. The pass mark realistically here is 100%, but you've got as many goes as you need. When you've done that, we're going to go back to this page, we're going to go back to the slideshow here, and the plenary. What I'd like you to do now, so you've completed the lessons work, complete these 3 sentences. One thing I've learnt today is, one thing I have a question about is, one thing I will research by next lesson is. If you want to send me your question, or if you've got any other comments that you need to make, please use your school email address and send them to me at a.hardman@cromptonhouse.org. And also please remember Google Maps and Street View. If you've got nothing to do, then go on a virtual field trip. Become the best travelled confined people in the world.